Yeah, take a day off, then decide to watch some cartoons, and have a comic arrive. So, got a bit of things to catch up on, but um, this is just going to be a quick, well, as quick as can be, update video of sorts, I guess. Just getting back to just a straight up chat instead of reviewing all of that stuff. Just that gets tiring. First things first, got classes starting tomorrow. I should have one super early in the morning, but apparently people don't want to take required math as much as I do. I quite enjoy a good math class, and this one was discrete math, which would lead into like stuff like probability and combinatorics and number theory and literally fun stuff. Yes, it's weird to hear when you're talking about math, but I've had friends who taken combinatorics and game theory and saying those are the greatest math classes you'll ever take, and those are one of the biggest regrets I never took at Cal Poly, because it's like, yeah, those sound like fun classes. Really like the hearing that there's one test answer or test question everyone in game theory knows is always going to be on like the second or third midterm. Not the final though. I don't think it's on the final. It's one of the middle ones, but not the first one. It's everyone in this class answers this question this way. You all get perfect score. But if one person answers differently, only that person gets the credit for this question. And they give them 4 options for answers. I've had one set of friends go through it. They're planning it out, talking with everyone in the class to work out that we all answer the right way, work together. I had another set of friends go through the class. All but one of them are working together, and the one is intentionally being a dick, but that was in his nature. So it's like, okay, we know he's going to screw us over, so we might as well just say what the hell and go with it. So yeah, those types of classes are really fun and interesting when you get into them. Other one I'm taking is what does it call that one? This was data structures. Basically, it's working with data structures. So, full semester doing lists, linked lists, double A linked lists, linked list left looping, stacks, heaps, queues, all flavors of binary trees. What are those called? Hash tables, graphs, maps, all of that fun stuff. Yeah, I remember one time I had a class where I had to make data structures, and our final project in it was making our own unique data structure along these certain guidelines. Like, first one, it was a beefed up linked list, and the best you can get on that is a C rank score, and it's like, okay, that's something easy you can all do. Second level up was a beefed up binary tree, where you had to change some of the stuff that a tree is bad at into something that a list was good at, but a tree isn't that good at. Think it was stuff like data repetition, that sort of stuff. Uh, so, so it's like, yeah, just throw a counter on each of your leaves. No big deal. Really, just get that counter to work. Third one was, well, if you're really crazy, you make your beefed up hash table that you have to be able to print out in sorted order in was it linear time, I guess? Just as fast as a list would print out a hash table. So it's just like, okay, this is stuff that's doable, but I personally, I didn't really want to wrap my head around doing the hash table stuff. So I went with the tree, because that one was easy enough to get a good grade on, and I had an idea for it because it was right around Christmas time, and I was like, what would be funny? Change it from a red black tree, which is the way it was taught in textbooks, and you would look it up online, to a red green tree, just to be festive. A couple weeks later, an XKCD comes out, and in the comic, he made a red green tree with a heap of presents. So it's like, holy crap, he's over in Boston, I'm here in California. We had the same idea, and it's a legitimately funny idea. So yeah, but the data structures is in the evening, so I'm gonna be getting food after that. Yay, eating out. Whatever. Honestly, I get that. Any late night classes where I have to pick up something on the way home is more of a, okay, I have X days a week of meals planned already, so I can skip them when I'm doing normal shopping. Oof. Speaking of meals, we had my stepdad got some really good thin sliced beef that'd be good for like stir frying or Mexican style cooking. I don't really know what to say. Like burritos, and I don't want to say fajitas because I don't know. I'm not entirely certain that's an actual proper Mexican meal. So, but yeah, like burritos, tacos, those are good stuff. But basically anything sautéed and fried. I did mine. So I got some. I sautéed them, and yesterday I planned ahead and soaked some in teriyaki overnight. So I was really happy for that one. Ugh, and because I only claimed half of what was left over, I was just hoping that they would claim the other half, but they didn't. So I cooked it all up and made sure and it's like, okay, this half, this is the teriyaki stuff, this is what I'm eating tonight, this is the stuff that I've made extra, make sure it's done, that's a snack for later. And yeah, so that was a good night. That was a good night of eating. a lot of really good beef. Yeah, and we're planning our next meal too. I don't remember everything that's on the menu, but got asked to make a veal dish. That'll be interesting. I'm always a little wary of working with like less common meats, is what I'll say, or not the cheap stuff, because it's like I don't want to mess it up, but. And it's not ground veal, which is what I'm used to working with. So, but yeah, got that in planning. Thinking of doing this coming up weekend. So it's just like I can have a bit of time to rest between after classes instead of having to figure it all out. yeah, we're all going to be doing like rices and desserts and stuff too. So might pick out a wine for it too, but I have to read up the recipe in order to pick the right one. I think it's like a stewing recipe, so it's already leaning towards you going something red, but not that smoky, I guess. I don't know. What would be a good one? A red wine to go with veal stew. Yeah, so this is veal. You'd probably go with something sweet, sweeter, or maybe something with like really heavy like red dark fruit flavor in it. Crap! Now I'm thinking that I have other stuff, meaning other videos to record tonight. I want to get a few videos recorded ahead of time, which is why I brought up classes. So just in case I'm too tired to post something, that those nights are too preoccupied. But third other class I have is a web design class, all online. That's good stuff. And learning Perl, so that's pretty cool. That I've been really interested in. First half is actually JavaScript, and I had that half figured out a while ago, and it's pretty interesting. I was like the only one in like a really early web design class that I had that knew a bit of JavaScript, because I screwed around with it one day because I was trying to get something to work right, and it didn't work right. But what I was trying to do was we were tasked to just build a website of whatever we want, and it could have just be something as simple as a very fancy hello world page about us, or some guys did like really basic forum stuff where you can type in an entry, bam, refreshes, basic stuff. So I did one that was half about me, and I half a bit of showing off and that sort of stuff. And what I was trying to do was I found a bit of JavaScript that would make a icon follow your mouse around the screen, and covering up my face demonstrating this. But what I thought, because I'm gamer, change that to Pac-Man, which I thought was a great idea. Unfortunately, I can't get the icon to even show up, much less be an animated icon to follow you around. So that was like very early. I don't think HTML5 and CSS 3. Is it CSS 3 now? Whatever the current standards are, those right before those were universal. Yeah, that. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. So it was something really simple, but I couldn't really get that to work. But got my other JS to mess around. But yeah, those are. So yeah, I don't know. I like doing that sort of stuff. And hey, if you want someone to build a website, you can my contact information's on my about page. But yeah, like I said, I've got a couple other videos I want to record tonight. So if this exact same setup, how you're looking at me now, is seen days later, space between some stuff, that's why. Just to get it out of the way. To have it in case I need it. But yeah, one other thing, I'm getting started working on a new story for my readers. Was going to sleep last night and realized, I have this really fun story that would be fun to, or one of the chapters of my story that's really fun, and it's a Lyra Bonbon chapter, and especially now since they had their first real big appearance together in whatever that one's called, Rainbow Rocks, and then they had their great side story in Slice of Life, and then recently had their insane, bizarre video for promoting friendship games. Lyra and the Peacock suit. That was just they don't do the weirdest stuff about her in the show, but they still make her a really bizarre character. so yeah, it's one of those chapters I was thinking about it, and then I realized, I don't really have any of my personal characters in it. I could very easily modify it and make it its own standalone thing, so nobody has to dig through an entire something else to get to it. And started thinking about it, and it's like, I also had like stuff from Amending Fences with the larger group there, and that can get worked into it too, so that they have the an actual like bigger cast to expand on. And I'm thinking of, that's the idea, is they're just going to do essentially a remaster of it, I guess, if that's the right word. Not going for a full rewrite, going to try and add some scenes, add some more content in what is already there, change around the characters a little, and just, it's the one chapter expanded and improved upon. Definitely not calling it a special edition, because we're not making Twilight shoot first or anything. but yeah, it's that's my current idea for it, and I think it'd be a fun little project to try and rework an old chapter. Any other actual news? Excuse me. I got a letter from my grandmother the other day. Actual handwritten letter. Meaning I can't read it. Because if it were font, she's using about size 6 at best. 4 on general. And she insists on writing everything in cursive. So they have my emails. I can understand when they mess up typing out in email what they're intending to say, but this is I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, I don't understand. I can't read a single word on this, so sorry, Grandma. I got your letter. I really appreciate it. It's interesting Ellis Island stuff you sent me. Nothing I'm really interested in, but it probably would be if I could actually read what you wrote me. I know there's some stuff in there about the puzzles. But sorry. Yeah. Sigh. Yeah, on the plus side, I'll be out tomorrow, so that's shooting outside a bit more. Looking forward to that. Whether you get first day of classes video tomorrow or not, whenever you get that, whether you get that one next or review next. Hope you enjoy it, and see you around.